So I just found possibly the most interesting, unique, and underappreciated indie game to exist ever. And I'm here to tell you about it because this game deserves way more attention than it gets. And that game is a little RPG called Oneshot. This game does have its fans, like most things do, but Undertale was riding high around its release, so it couldn't really stand up to it. And that's not fair, because this game is just as good, if not better in some regard. This game deserves to stand among the all-time greats in indie games, and I'm gonna tell you why. So the game starts off and we're introduced to the main character, Niko. We wake up in some drab, dark room. It's mostly empty except for a bookshelf that you can't really read and the computer that needs a passcode. We find a broken TV remote on the ground with all of its numbers ripped out except for 4 digits, which conveniently also happens to be the same amount of numbers that we need for the passcode and also happens to be correct. Look, I'm not gonna say anything, and if you need help remembering a password sometimes, that's perfectly fine. But if you leave the answer key laying on the ground for anyone to find, you're officially an idiot. But anyway, we put in the password and break into this guy's computer.
You found me. Why? You're already too late. Not much of the world remains. This will be apparent once you go outside. This place was never worth saving. You still want to try? Then remember this. Your mission is to help Niko leave. And most importantly,
the doors to the room automatically unlock themselves, allowing us to go into the next few areas. We solve a quick puzzle and find a key to the basement. And by the way, the stairs to this basement is so unnecessarily long. Why do you need to make it this long if the actual basement is barely even a room? This is a hallway, but whatever. We end up finding this big light bulb at the end of the basement hallway, and Niko goes to pick it up. So now we just have this light bulb thing, I guess. That's cool. I guess the front door of this house has a light sensor or something, because as soon as we walk near it with the light bulb, it immediately unlocks itself. Not that it really matters though, because the outside doesn't really seem to be doing much better than the inside of the house. We stroll through this barren wasteland for a bit until we eventually run into a robot named Prophetbot. He fills us in on the lore of the world and how when their son initially died a few years ago, a prophecy was foretold stating that the Messiah, the savior of the world, would arrive with a new son, and with help from the omnipotent power of the god of the place, would restore the sun and restore peace. The light bulb is the sun, Niko is the Messiah, and I am the god, which means that everybody is doomed. I apparently have to guide Niko to the top of the tower in the distance so he can put the sun back in its rightful spot and restore light. Oh, also, apparently the world is like decomposing and glitching out and people are dying, so we should probably hurry up on that sun thing, if it's not already too late. But Niko doesn't seem too worried about it, all things considered.
So, you're like a god or something, right? Can I have some pancakes?
We explore the area again a little bit more and end up stumbling into a few factories. Most of them are abandoned, although one of them still has a working compactor for some reason. And we also find a big generator that has no battery.
Hey look! I found a battery charging thingy!
Oh. That probably won't be important. It was very important. We continue on over to a nearby cliffside. We find a locked crate that needs a passcode, which we don't have yet, so we keep going. We find some random house with a robot person inside named Silver.
That light bulb, it's you, the Messiah.
So I've been told.
I must say, I expected someone taller, or at least someone who doesn't look like a cat.
Hey, I'm not a cat.
That's what you are though, right? Some sort of kitten?
I'm a person.
Your eyes look like a cat though.
Cats walk on 4 legs.
Well, either way, a child like you being the Messiah doesn't sit right with me.
I know it looks bad, but it would be worse off if we didn't try.
We take a screwdriver from Silver because why not? We go into the mines where I ignore a very important and very crucial item, which is the camera. I also then proceed to walk around aimlessly for the next 10 minutes while also neglecting the second half of the map that I hadn't explored yet. Eventually I stopped being stupid and finally picked up the camera and also explored the second half of the map where I found a metal bar to open up the battery charging thing we found earlier.
So I just tear this box open with this metal bar. Okay. Hi-ya!
Nothing's working!
Wait, SpongeBob! We're not cavemen! We have technology!
It didn't work.
After a hassle, we finally get the stupid battery out, charge it, and put it in the generator. The game then gives me its first fourth wall breaking puzzle. It's not overly difficult or anything, you just kinda gotta look through a few folders, move a few files around here and there, but they're cool regardless. I find that password for the crate that we found. Inside we find a gas mask, which allows Niko to go into the more polluted areas of the map without falling over and dying or something. Rushing through this next part, because most of it isn't that interesting or important, we try to get one of the old boat robots they have nearby operational again. But it's broken, so we need Silver's help.
So the navigation system was busted?
Yeah.
Here, take this. Robots have a backup navigation system in place that allowed them to track the origin place of an item.
And now that we have the Navcom operational again, and he brings us to the next area, the Glens, which is basically a giant swamp. Better look out for Shrek. We walk around for a little bit and run into a bird person guy named Calamus. And his sister Alula has been missing for 3 days, so I guess we're gonna have to do something about that. According to Calamus, the last place she was seen was the ruins, so we go over there. No, not that one, or that one, though we'll get to that one. There we go. We find some of the passageways are blocked off by vines. We could probably tear them off with something somehow, but Niko decided to dump a bunch of our stuff into the ocean, including the crowbar we probably could have used. So now we have to find a different way to get past. We walk around a little bit more and end up finding out where they're coming from, and I kid you not, it is from a dying plant goddess. Her name is Maze, and she's basically on death's door because she's been deprived of all sunlight for years. And according to her bio in the console version, which is what I originally played this on, she's the last of her kind. She is the last guardian and plant spirit of the Glens, and it is canonical that Niko, this kid, has watched her die. That isn't gonna be emotionally scarring later down the line. She asked to hold the sun one more time. Normally I'd say no, cause this kinda seems like a scam, but since she's basically dying, no. I'm not stupid. I know a sketchy situation when I see one. We decided to let her have it. So the vines go away, and we're able to go on again. We find another puzzle. We're supposed to look at the computer files again to find out the right combination to hit the color tiles, but this puzzle was actually really easy. Who made this one? Papyrus? But anyway, we solved the puzzle, and we finally save Alula.
Glad to see that you're okay.
Oh hey, you saved me. I was trapped in there for days.
So, you're Alula, right?
Wait, you know my name? Wow, the Messiah really does know everything.
Actually, I just spoke to your brother on the way here.
Oh, you spoke to my brother? Well, that kind of saps the fun out of it. Oh well, take me to him? He must be so worried.
So we go to bring Alula back to Calamus. We take a quick pit stop by a nearby village because why not? We get stopped by some shepherd guy who literally looks like the biggest nerd in existence. He asks us to herd his sheep, which we do, because it's not like we can do anything else. And for our efforts, he rewards us with wool.
Whoa! This is worthless.
It's less than worthless, my boy.
So after having that dealt with, we finally go and meet with Calamus. Again, for real this time.
Ah, Alula, there you are. Thanks for finding her, Messiah. Sorry for any trouble she, or we, may have caused you.
Heading onward a little bit more, we end up finding the exit to the Glens. Lucky us, right? That means we're almost to the tower? No.
Hold it there, buddy. Where are you heading off in such a rush?
The city's through here, right? I have to get to the tower.
Oh, you must have been the fabled Messiah that everyone's talking about. Awesome.
So, can I go through?
Sure, just sign this waiver and you're good to go.
Okay. You have a pen?
No, that'd be too easy. This is a video game. We need you to go on these stupid side missions that inconvenience you during the plot, or else it'd be too short. Go find another pen or something to write with somewhere.
This is a literal swamp.
So even though the entrance is wide open and right there, the robot guard at the front is gatekeeping us. Unfortunately, because Niko is a kid, they're canonically susceptible to gatekeeping, so we have to go and follow the rules.
Wait, look! It's a merchant or something.
Oh, hi. What's up? You have to do some trading?
Trades? Does it have to be rare things like jewels or pearls?
I'll take just about anything. Jewels, mushrooms, berries, could be absolutely worthless.
What can you get me for some wool?
Wool? Now that is worthless.
No, it isn't. It's less than worthless.
Fine, you make a decent argument. I'll give you this vial of ink dye for it. Best offer.
Deal.
So now that we got the ink, we drop by Alula and Calamus' place, and they give us a quill to write with. So that's the pen problem sorted. Now all we gotta do is grab the sun back from Maze. There shouldn't be a problem, right? So off to the city we went.
Ah, damn it, I hate this thing.
Hey, you good?
You're the...
Yeah, I am.
I mean this in the nicest way possible, but...
You expected someone taller? Yeah, you're not the first one.
You're really short.
I get it.
But anyway, as I was saying, someone pried the elevator button off the elevator for some reason, so now there's no way to call it and get back down the city ground for the higher refuge levels.
Shouldn't there be another one?
Nah, this is the only one.
That's stupid.
Since we basically have no other choice, we go and try and find a way to fix this elevator. Turns out it's actually a magnetic-based button, so no soldering required. And since the fate of the world rested on Niko getting the sun to the tower, we took this 100% seriously and did not get sidetracked whatsoever. Regardless, since we don't have any actual mechanical experience, we have to go find a few more basic items to try and make our makeshift button.
How's it hanging?
I got some materials to try and fix the elevator. Probably not gonna hold for long, but if we're lucky, it'll hold over.
Not like that, it won't. Head over to the old office building and grab some tape. It's more or less abandoned since things have gotten unstable. There's probably some leftovers.
Okay. If I was a tape dispenser, where would I be?
Are you lost, Messiah?
Jeez, hi. Don't jump scare me like that. Who are you?
I'm the Watcher. I live around here.
I thought they evacuated the upper area.
Oh, they did. Most did anyway. Some didn't. I chose not to.
Really? Why not?
Oh, it's nothing really. I'm waiting for the clock.
Now that we've reached the city ground, we decided to go around asking people to see if they know anything about the tower. One issue though, nobody does.
The tower? Well, no.
Nope. Know nothing about it.
We finally get a good lead and get sent over to the nearby library because apparently the head librarian George knows quite a bit about the tower and can help us out. Apparently. Allegedly.
Hey, you're George, right?
Shush. Quiet in the library.
Oh, right, sorry. I'm the Messiah. I heard, a lot about the tower and stuff.
The tower? You must be looking for George. She's in the back. I can ring her up.
Okay, good.
Please hold.
This marks the second time on the journey where a robot is gatekeeping the literal savior of the world over something incredibly inconvenient. At this point, I'm starting to think that the robots are actively trying to stop us from getting the sun there so that robots will rule this world. Almost sounds like a horror movie you'd find on the kill count. Since we're being denied access into the library though, which is the area that we need to go to, me and Niko decide to explore the city and figure out if there's anything else we can do. We find a science lab and end up meeting a scientist who seems a little familiar.
It can't be. It's you. You're the...
Yeah, I'm the Messiah. I look like a cat. You expected someone taller. We've been through it already.
What?
We know each other, right? I'm sure we do.
No, we don't know each other. I mean, not really.
But I could have sworn...
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Are you two related?
That's not important. What do you need?
Well, I heard George knows a lot about the tower, but the receptionist won't let me through to see her in the back, and...
Ah, jeez, Bookbot? Damn it, I hate that guy. Let me guess, the old bucket of bolts won't let you pass without a library card.
Pretty much.
Good grief. Here, take mine. Just glue a picture of you over mine and you'll be good to go.
But that's identity fraud!
So we committed identity fraud. As you do.
Alright, let's see. Where does this book go?
Ma'am, Miss Silverpoint is here and wishes to see you. Shall I send her back?
Ah, Kip! I haven't seen her in a while. Very well, Bookbot, send her in.
Of course, madam.
You're free to go, Miss Silverpoint.
Finally!
Well, what brings you around again, Kip? You've certainly changed since the last time I saw you. You've become quite small and more cat-like.
I'm not Kip. I just used her library card to see you.
That's identity fraud.
Well, I mean, she did allow it and stuff, so does it really count?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Oh, man.
So now that we have George's cooperation, we can now get her help to decipher a book that we found, I guess, sometime earlier, which I guess also has secrets about the tower in it? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I had absolutely no recollection of this book existing until the very point that I actually needed it, and forgot about it while writing this entire video, so I have no idea where we got it from.
Alright then, let's see what I can do with this. This'll take me a while to do though. Feel free to take a rest. I'll let you know what I figured out when I'm done.
Why is there a bed in a library? Do you live here or something?
Yes.
That's concerning.
You committed identity fraud. That's extra concerning.
So we let George do her thing while Niko catches a few Z's.
Refuge Cafe, welcome in.
Hi. It's, really empty in here, huh?
Yeah, it's been a slow day today. You're one of the only few people to come in, actually.
I don't have any money.
Well, you're the Messiah, aren't you? Consider it on the house.
Pancakes. Pancakes are good. So.
Alright, here you are.
Thanks. Pancakes always make me feel better when I'm upset.
They must be your favorite then.
Yeah, they are. Honestly though, my favorite, most of all, is the pancakes that my mama makes. And... You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I miss my mama, my home, my village. It all just feels like it was stripped away from me overnight. Which is kind of funny, you know? Kinda all was. I just went to sleep in my room, and I woke up. Not in my room. Am I even doing anything? Like, am I really saving a world that's already dying? Am I even making an impact? Is all this work just worth it in the end? I'm starting to feel like the light's not affecting anyone. Or like it's not even worth the effort. Because it doesn't really seem like it.
And finally, here we are. But something feels off. As if there's something I forgot.
As long as the sun remains, you will too.
Oh. Right.
What do you mean?
Your purpose of being here is the sun. As long as that remains intact, you can't leave.
So, if I save this world, I can't go home?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
And if I don't return the sun?
Well, I can't say none of us aren't already used to life as it is. I suppose we'll just go on.
So I just leave all of you?
Seems that way.
But I don't just want to abandon all of you, but I also want to go home. Can I have both?
Well, sometimes you can't have both. Sometimes you can't always have what you want. And you just have to work with the cards you have.
I'm gonna be brutally honest for a second here. When I first got to this part of the game on my first playthrough, I just didn't know what to do. For the past few hours, I've been playing this game and exploring its world and learning to love its characters, and now I'm being forced to choose between them. So at the end of it all, Oneshot asks you this. When push comes to shove and there's no other way out, where do your morals lie? What do you think is right? What do you prioritize? Because sometimes you can't do anything but do what you think is best, and you just have to deal with the consequences of your decision. Sometimes you can't always have the best outcome. Sometimes you have to make a few hard decisions.